Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are doing fantastic. Had a wonderful day. Let's take a look and see what is going on with Bitcoin for the day. So, our daily candle kind of closed, it is bearish for sure. Um, Not really, too bearish though, I will say. We didn't quite get to that 786 retracement level. I would have liked to see us dip there. However, we did get support off of the middle of this order block, almost to the dot. So, if we take a look at our open high low close here, you can see that our low is around 63,218. The middle of our order block here is around 63,224. So we barely just kind of nicked it by about $6 and then came back up. That being said, there is a possibility, guys, that this could be the bottom of the week, given that this was Tuesday's candle. So what I'm planning to see for the remainder of the week is for us to get back up here and again test Monday, midnight open, which is 64,962. There is a very good chance, a more than 60% chance that we're going to come up here to 64,870 or 64,962 and at least test this area, even if we are continued bearish, okay? There is a very good chance that we're going to get the follow through and come up here at least, okay? So, that being said, I mean, this is a perfect bounce almost off of the top of this order block right here. And honestly, guys, like I'm expecting for us to at least possibly touch the 21 tomorrow. I do think we are going to get higher though and potentially get up here. But that could also be saved for Thursday. Now, this is exciting for me because Sunday, Monday, Tuesday you have dumps. So this could be a very expansive bullish week, and that's very exciting to me in my opinion. So, let's take a look at our 12-hour here. 12-hour not showing too much different from the daily time frame. You got this. I had this green line here. This was a previous 786. You can see it was respected at 63,322. So definitely a key level, and that's why I kept it on here, even though we had already touched it and kind of blasted off from there. But this is a very key level at this point, and we don't want to see us lose 63,322 for now. Let's take a look here. So I'm going to dive into the 8-hour now. It looks like, look at this nice, beautiful swing low here, guys. I mean, lower high, lower low, lower high. This is a perfect known reversal pattern potentially for Bitcoin, right? And for any asset in general. You have your swing high with a higher low, higher high, higher low. You have the opposite with a lower high, lower low, and a lower high. This could take you up to the upside and get you a nice reversal. It does make sense that we are keeping that 200 MA there. I do not want to see us lose it, but this could definitely be a major move to the upside, I gotta say. So everything looking great for Bitcoin in my opinion. As far as the 6-hour goes, again, staying above your 200 MA. Your 200 MA is right at that 63,322 level. So, alluding to the fact that we could easily get a move to the upside. 4-hour. 4-hour, you lost the 200. You had a big, expansive move down. This big bearish candle down. Kind of got somewhat of a swing low here that did close. And now you're getting that expansive move to the upside after two somewhat doji candles. Now, one of these is more bearish, but it did get a strong support bounce here off of the middle of the order block. So as far as the meso and the higher meso and even the macro timeframes go, it is looking somewhat bullish for this week. Starting now, honestly, after we dumped for the beginning of the week, what I want to see, what I love to see, right? 2-hour, you're going to want to see us getting back above the 200 MA here. 1-hour, you could kind of say the same thing. It is going to take some time for this to consolidate, for these moving averages to start coming back up. Let's take a look here at the 30-minute. So 30-minute, you're going to want to see all of these moving averages kind of consolidate. Taking out this local high would be your first take profit potentially for this move to the upside. However, like I said, guys, I'm going to be targeting up here for right now until further notice. This is going to be my target at least, if not getting up here and wiping out this triple top up here. Okay. Let's see, 15 minutes. So 15-minute, again, getting above the 21 MA, using it as support, starting to, slowly get these moving averages tight once again. So everything looking great in my opinion, guys. This is looking amazing. All right, taking a look at our liquidity now. Let's dive into the 4-hour. So the 4 hour, you almost basically touched the top of this pool right here, didn't quite get there, and now you're getting that reversal. So really, guys, I'm going to be aiming for at least 65, 692, it looks like. There's not a bridge, that's the only thing, but if we can get back up here and take out this double top, you got to start aiming for these areas, right? This is all that's left. So the green area, the yellow area, around 66,000 even, 66,600 would be another area. There's all sorts of levels that we could basically take a look at. Um, let's see the 1 hour for right now. So the 1 hour basically showing us kind of that 64,600 area could be a very good take profit zone. You kind of have that bridge up that we could basically expect even all the way up to 65,737. So really, honestly, guys, like I'm very, very bullish. This is amazing. Like I really think that there's a good possibility we get this follow through tonight, and it can be explosive. I am extremely excited. I kind of went into a bigger Bitcoin long, basically down here off of this 3400 area just to see, if I can get that move up to the upside. But this is looking extremely, extremely bullish in my opinion. All right, let's take a quick look at the 15 minutes, see where that is. Yeah, so anyways, guys, I mean, for right now, if you are in a long, potentially target 64,600-ish area. I know that it is shy of that 64,900 that we talked about for the weekly open, but it's never hurts to take profits, right? So this would be taking out somewhat of a double top right here for Bitcoin if you were to get into that 64,600 area. Now, it definitely could go higher, right? We could definitely start railroading and getting all the way up into 65.7 potentially. We do have bridges to get up there now. So just keep that in mind. Let's take a real quick look at our order book through open market. So through open market, you can see that we do have a decent sized order around 64,175. That is looking really juicy for Bitcoin to come up and take for right now. And then obviously, guys, to the downside, you kind of have, some orders, obviously quite a decent amount, basically below that 63,211 low right there. So you have, some at 63,200, you have some around 63,000, you have some down to 62,675, et cetera, et cetera. So definitely has the potential to get back down, but like I said, because we've been dumping all week so far, I mean, I am going to stay bullish on this market for right now. Just only based off of time, not even candlesticks moving, not even, original bull flag and bear flag TA, right? I'm literally only considering this, very bullish because of time. Okay. All right, so let's take a final look at the simple map, kind of see what some levels are that we could be considering to the upside and to the downside. All right, so to the upside, you're going to need to get past 63,990, which is around 64,000. You basically, after that point, get a pretty decent follow through for the most part, up into about 64,440-ish, and then to about 64,530. And then after 64,530, you basically are rolling again, getting to about 65,000. So, 64,000, 64,440, kind of in the middle, 64,600, and then 64,900 is kind of what I'm seeing to the upside, getting that follow through. To the downside, as far as levels go, you're going to want to see 63,390 hold as your initial support if you were to get that move down. From there, you'd have to test 63,180 and then around 63,000 even. Finally, if you get past 62,850, which we know 62,880 is a crucial number there, and I believe that was also a previous Monday midnight open that we did talk about this morning, you would basically get that move to the downside into, at least probably 62,220. So a good $600 move down from there. All right, let's take a real quick look at our swing time frames as well. So taking a look at the swing time frames, you can see we're right up against the 63,870. If we can get past that, you hit 63,990. And then obviously you can get that follow through all the way up to about 64,470, then 64,5, then with that continuation from there. To the downside, once again, guys, you're going to have to get past 63,390, then to about 63,180, 63,000 even, and then to about 62,850 before you get a full blown rollover into the low 62 range. All right, guys, that being said, that is what I have for you for this evening. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. As usual, if you guys want to use Trading Different and its toolset, get a nice little discount on behalf of me, you can use my code Sean, tradingdifferent.com/code/Sean to get 10% off of the Trading Different suite of tools, helping you identify where liquidity is located as well as identifying bias on the bigger time frames. All right, guys, that is what I have for you for now. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you all in the morning. Take care.